position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Canes will kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. From the gun, the running back has it. Oh, he's got some space. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10 playoff positioning. All the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Toss to the left. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Reads it, fires complete. Bounced off his feet.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Been really impressed watching this offense this year and how good they are on 3rd down. The reason they're so efficient, they don't have penalties, they keep these 3rd downs manageable, and they've got a special talent at running back that can find his way to the sticks.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Going to try to get it himself. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
Well, they only needed 1 yard, so no mystery there. Turn around, hand it off, and he finds a way to get it.
The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Pulls and fires complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up with block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. Looking to scramble. Finds his tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
They're about to snap it for the 10th time on this opening drive, but they need a conversion to keep the drive alive on third down. Shoots it to the left. Zips it out to his man. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Going for 6. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
To the air on first down. Fires to the right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. And back to the air on second down. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Might be calling a hot route. Off play action on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the shot to the middle of the field falls to the turf.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And they'll knock him down.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Wide receiver comes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Some of this, they'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Back has it. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. And the Hurricanes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. Hits him with a stiff arm. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
They'll snap it from the 39. 1st and 10. He's got it. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Hurricanes headed quickly to the line.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Here's the handoff. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
Number 13 with the grab and the score.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Louisiana Tech is on top, but it's not like Terry Bradshaw is playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by 7 over Boston College. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
Really good looking run. You think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously Derrick Henry. Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. There he goes. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down.
QBs and wide receivers spend all offseason together throwing the football in air. I mean, really developing that chemistry and timing. Understanding, I get man coverage, I'm throwing this to you right now.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Alabama pushing the tempo. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go.
think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. He gets it so close to that imaginary yellow line, but I think he's going to be just a tad short.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On the option. Can White cross the frame to get the 6, but they'll have the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot, get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. And you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options. They're making you play very disciplined. And the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Lets it fly. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
You got to love that if you're on defense because you were able to affect the quarterback with pressure and you only rushed 3 guys. Well done.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. Going up against one of the best defenses in the country, you've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Turning it on! They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
The Crimson Tide rolling on the ground, tries to keep momentum going. They'll send the tight end in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
This is a hard defense to run to the outside against because of their speed. You saw in that last play their ability to go sideline to sideline, win at the point of attack as they shut down that sweep play.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you get in the red because what do we do on defense? We bring in all the big bodies, so there's not a lot of space in there to run. I like getting the ball in the perimeter. You toss it out there, you're running back. He gets out there faster. Got a positive game. Still a couple plays here left, too.
Makes the grab. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and a first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snap to the back. Pressure coming. It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run now, and they couldn't quite pull it off. It's 3rd down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down, just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Trying to beat the D deep. He's got it on the left. Breaks into the open. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver that can do that. That can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Throws to the tight end. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
And it slips just inside that right upright. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
A really nice job on their final drive of the 1st half. David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Oh, they're after him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Direct snap. Running into the open space. There he goes. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. So much for the idea of halftime settling down this crowd. They are ready to roll in the second half. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
Lets it fly. Found the spot in the defense. Scoops it up, still a live ball. Knocked down, but not before he gets the first down after recovering the fumble.
Well, the running back really lucky he jumped on his own fumble right there, and he's going to have to do a better job of keeping 5 points of pressure on the ball and with ball security, because you put it on the ground, you find yourself on the sideline in this offense.
So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. To the air on first down. Slings it. Found a seam. Touchdown, Miami. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. To the ground with the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Trying play action. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing.
And absolutely nothing doing there on the quarterback run. Defense takes all the gaps away. They use their speed to force him to the sidelines. He didn't even gain any yards, guys, before going out of bounds.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Fires to the right. With the catch, it's Cole. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48. Alabama quickly back to the line. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
Well, that's just great awareness by the defense, locating the quarterback and knowing they can't get to him. They can't get the sack. Just someone's got to get their hand in the air and knock it away.
From the gun, give on the inside. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Just going to keep it after the snap. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read and the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the 4th quarter.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Got enough for the 1st. And he's brought down after a nice game.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Moving away from pressure. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised. And initially, he's flushed out of the pocket. Nothing's open. And he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't. And he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Touchdown, Alabama! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Wide receiver going in motion. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Moving out of the pocket. And it's picked up at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
I love the coverage by the defense right here. Great job getting up in their space. Nothing easy down here for a 2-point conversion. The interception was just gravy.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Back has it. Oh, and he's going back is not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. And the Canes want to move quickly. He'll try to get it through the air. Now adjusting. Fires toward the target. It's complete. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Set him up, taking it the other way, and he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown time! What a play by this defense with a pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Trying to burn this defensive back. Brings it in down the left side. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Using his feet to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 29. The Canes want to crank the tempo. Going to swing it on 2nd down. He will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with the receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the right. Makes the grab. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Canes are moving quickly down the field. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to throw again. He wants it all. And that one is picked up in the end zone.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The give as they work on that clock. That's a way to get some breathing room. He's got 5 out to the 9-yard line.
It's hard to coaches this week. That's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got a lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Quarterback may change this route. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's going to take off. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. On the option. Can't get him to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. They'll run it from the gun. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on them.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He's got room. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. When people around the country see this score, and I can't imagine why they wouldn't be watching this game, a top 10 victory against a higher-ranked team behind this running attack, that's going to command attention.
It's going to command attention for all the fans watching this game. It's going to command attention for the rest of the teams on their schedule too, David. They have proven today that they can get it done on the ground. They are big, they are physical, and they are tough to stop.
And it's so fun to get this mid-season test to prove what you're worth, and especially being the underdog. Like, you've got them ranked ahead of us. Okay, we'll go out and show you. And I think they did it in a physical fashion. Fun to watch them run the football, have success, and prove they deserve to be ranked higher.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And a big deflection on third down forces a fourth down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking downfield on first down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Grab near the marker. It's Coates. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
I'll tell you, this quarterback has just been in a great rhythm all game long. With that last completion, he's now over 300 yards passing.
Looking to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. He is sacked way behind the line of scrimmage. Just a catastrophic play there. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. Wants to fire on second down. Here comes the heat. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
I think at this time, you just have to throw caution to the wind. You're down by a lot. You're deep in your own end late, so you're just going to be throwing it. The defense knows it. They're pinning their ears back. You're going to have to get rid of it early. Someone is going to have to step up and make a play, and that's going to have to happen a couple of different times if you're going to win this game.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.